Verse 2, therefore, whoever resists the authority resists the ordinance of the Most High, and those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. So he's saying here, you resist the government today, you're resisting government, you're resisting the Most High. For rulers are not, here the same echo that we saw in First Peter. It says, for the rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. It says, do you want to be afraid of the authority? Do good, and you will have praise from the same. And so once again, this is a direct contradiction to what the prophet says. You know, those that's killing those that needs to be alive, and the ones that's alive, the innocent one, those you kill. This is a direct contradiction, and this is the exact same thing Peter is talking about. Okay, here's 2 Peter 2, 10 through 12. But chiefly, echoing the same thing, these are the teachings of Paul. This is what I'm showing you here. But chiefly, them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. So he's talking about those walking in the flesh and the lust of uncleanness. Now, that is correct. This is what happens. But despise government? So we see camps not bringing this out. They can't bring this out. Presuming, watch this, presumptuously are they. Self-willed. They are not afraid. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Look at this. I can't even get it out. I'm so upset here. So he's saying these people are evil, wicked. They're speaking evil of dignitaries. And we find this to be far from the truth. Whereas the Malaks, which are greater in power and might, bring not rallying accusations against them before Yahuwah. He's saying the Malaks don't even bring accusations. Yeah, he's right. The wicked Malaks. That's what he's talking about here. This is deep. But these are natural brute beasts, those that speaking against government. He's calling these people natural brute beasts because they don't think that these authority is from the Most High. They don't think all authority from governments in the earth is from the Most High. Anybody believe this? Something is wrong with you. Made to be taken and destroyed. He's saying these people should be taken and destroyed because they speak evil of the things that they do that they understand not. Remember, this sounds just like speaking against Paul's writing when you don't understand. His writing is hard to understand, speaking against that which you know not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. All right, 2 Peter 1. We're going to see here. This is something that Paul proclaims here. To them that have attained like precious faith. So this is what Paul believes, not of works, lest any man boast. And here he is proclaiming this. And nowhere you will see them doing the works of Torah. Nowhere will you hear them telling you to keep the commandments. And we're going to see that also. We're going to see that. 2 Peter 1, 13 and 14. Yeah, I think it meet. As long as I am in this tabernacle. Peter didn't talk like this. Listen at this philosophy. As long as I'm in this tabernacle, when did he get this teaching that his body is the tabernacle? Where? Where did it come from? If Peter wrote this, where did he get it from? To stir you up by putting you in remembrance, knowing that surely I must put off my tabernacle. The Most High never said our bodies is our tabernacle. The prophets never said our bodies our tabernacle. Yahusha never said our bodies is our tabernacle. So where did this come from? We know this is Paul's language. Remember, this is a different language. You remember this one? I brought this out with Paul. And some of the ladies, they had to agree. Whoa, he is telling us not to plait our hair? Who else? Who else is telling us not to plait our hair? And where? I mentioned this on that video. Where did the Father tell us that the women are not to braid, not to plait, not to twist their hair. 1 Peter 3:3. This is overwhelming evidence that Peter did not write this. Peter did not say this. Peter is being robbed. Who's adorning? Let it not, watch this, let it not be the outward adorning. Don't let it be the outward adorning. This is what he's saying. Here's an example of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold or putting on apparel. Don't be letting your outward appearance be this. Plaiting of your hair. So he's saying the same thing Paul said. Don't plait your hair. Let's see the Greek word here. It's the Greek 1708. And this is what it means. And interweaving, braiding. You see, braiding, a knot. You can't twist your hair. Or elaborate gathering of one's hair into knots. Elaborate braiding of the hair. Plaiting. This is talking about plaiting your hair. This verse is saying the same thing Paul is saying. Do not plait your hair. Do not braid your hair. Do not twist your hair. The Most High didn't say this. Peter didn't say this. This is another lie and overwhelming evidence that he did not write this. This is not his language. Now, I want to bring a point here because Paul brought in a lot of this. You got people calling themselves deacons. You got people calling themselves prophets, pastors, apostles, evangelists. Where did these terms come from? And here, I put in deacon. We have deacons. So, the churches, they have these titles, deacon. And of course, the Roman Catholic Church picked this up and they used them. But here it is, the word deacon. Only 2 times in the whole Bible. 2. But yet, and it's coming from the same place. 1 Timothy 3:10, 1 Timothy 3:13. And once again, you can put something in there one time and the people would go with it. And they will call themselves deacon so-and-so. It became an office. And let those also first be proved. Then let them use the office of a deacon. See, they made an office. Office of a deacon, being found blameless. So they said, see, there is an office. Deacon. But where did that come out of the mouth of the Father? I told you, without a foundation, you will be easily tripped up. This is a stumbling block. And when our people see a stumbling block, they stumble over it without a foundation. They will stumble over that's why it's called a stumbling block. But the righteous, we should step on the stumbling block and walk right over it and keep on going. We keep going. We don't stumble. We look at it and say, this is a problem. The next one, for they have used the office of a deacon. Here it is, we're talking about an office of a deacon when this office was never ever ordained by the Most High. But yet we see people using it. Here's the other one. Evangelists. 2 times. 2 verses. And again, Paul's company calling themselves evangelists. 2 Timothy 4:5. Do the work of an evangelist. Nowhere else we see this in the Bible. Bishop. This is the big one. Bishop. This is a true saying. 1 Timothy 3:1. What, 4 times? Of course, they're coming from Paul. Each one of these are coming from Paul. And look, we see 1 Peter 2:25. Peter didn't know what a bishop was. This office wasn't in operation before he died. So this is a fact that he did not write this. This is a true saying. If a man desired the office of a bishop, he desires a good work. The Most High didn't give us no office of a bishop. And so people call themselves bishop. Bishop this, bishop that, Christianity, Bishop Jakes, Bishop John, Bishop Mo Larry Curly. This is how they talk about us. So we might as well talk about them like this. Bishop Mo Larry Curly. Just put bishop in front of their name. They are bishop because it's in your Bible. Remember, the Bible is Kadash. Everything in the Bible is Kadash. We should live by every word in the Bible. You know, obey, submit to your government, submit to all authority, submit to all people, honor all people. That's a verse I left out. Wait a second. Let me pull that. All right, let me back up here because I forgot to bring this out. Honor all people. 1 Peter 2:17. I had it and I just forgot. 1 Peter 2:17 says, honor all people. That means if you're going to believe this, the Most High didn't say honor all people. If we're going to honor all people, we must honor gay people. We must honor drug addicts. We must honor wicked, unrighteous. We must honor pedophiles. We must honor all people. All people means all people. No one is left out. And this is saying honor all people. With honor comes respect. Respect all people. And this is not something. Our people didn't honor all people. As a matter of fact, the Most High told them to kill people. And they had to kill them because they were commanded to do so. But we're told some wicked person want us to honor all people. The righteous, once again, another stumbling block. The righteous will see it, step on it, walk right over it, and not heed to it. These wicked leaders, they're not going to show these verses. There should not be a verse in the Bible we cannot discuss. Not one, but yet there are many that they do not want to discuss. They don't want to touch. Back to the bishop. Bishop must be blameless, husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, good behavior, giving hospitality, apt to teach. So we're seeing here clearly there is an office of bishop. Bishop must be blameless, a steward to the Most High, not soon angry, not given to much wine, no a striker, no a give to filthy lucre. 1 Peter 2:25. Here we see it in Peter. Bishop. Did Peter know about bishop? No. It says, for you were as sheep going astray, but are now returning to the shepherd and bishop of your soul. He didn't know anything about bishops. So this shows us beyond a shadow of a doubt that Peter did not write 1st or 2nd Peter. It's not his language. He didn't speak this language. You can't find these titles, bishop. You can't find these titles in any other way, any other place in the New Testament. It's not there. And it only came from one character, and his name is Paul. Now, I'm going to have to bring out something. During this discovery, during me digging into this, finding out what is going on with this language and how Peter didn't speak this language, but yet it's accounted to him, how Peter didn't speak Greek. I saw something before and I brushed it off, and I'm going to go into concerning Paul and concerning what he has done.